what's up guys, Kevin here. In this video, I'm gonna compare the Burton Malavitas to the Union Atlas bindings. If you guys have been watching the channel, you know that I've been riding these bindings the last couple of seasons. Last year, I did the full season on the Malavitas and also did some summer riding. So about 100 days on these. And then this season, I've been doing lots of traveling, and this has been my go-to binding, the Union Atlas, and probably put close to 100 days on these as well. So lots of riding, lots of use on both. And I just want to share with you guys my opinion on which one I think is the superior binding and what are some of the pros and cons of each. To start, let's talk about what I think are good about both pairs of bindings. Just looking at them, both bindings are in really good shape. There's no visible damage or tears to them. There's a little bit of foam missing off the Malavitas, but overall, both bindings are in really good shape. And I think the Malavitas have been through actually a bit more because last summer, we did some summer snowboarding on these guys. And I think the summer conditions are a bit more hard on your snowboard gear. But overall, both bindings are looking like they're in really good shape. They also have really good high backs and very easily to adjust. So with the Burton Malavitas, it's got the dial. You can just simply turn the dial to adjust the high back. And then the Union Atlas has the mechanism there that you can just easily adjust and set your high back to what you want. Also, the straps on both these bindings are really good, really high quality. The heel strap on both are 3D molded to your boot, so it just contours really nicely to your boot. On the Malavitas, I would say that they actually tighten and hold a bit better. They feel like they're a bit more snug. Compared to the Union Atlas, where the heel strap, it does hold very well, but you've got a little bit more padding and comfort there. So more of a comfortable ride. The toe caps on the Malavitas are really designed to fit onto your boot a certain way, and they're actually really good and hold your boot down really well. Compared to the Union Atlas, the toe cap is a little bit more adjustable. And the downside with this toe cap is actually I noticed that a few times the toe cap has fallen off of my boot, and then I'll have to put it back on and tighten it up again. So a small downside to that. Both bindings have solid footbeds, and with the Union Atlas, you just take a screwdriver to unscrew the footbed to get to the disc underneath. Compared to the Malavitas footbed, where you can just lift up the footbed with your fingers to access the disc below. So that's a bit of an advantage to the Malavita. One of the downsides that I've really noticed with the Unions is that the screw on the heel ladder actually comes loose. So I'm always checking it, making sure that it's tight. At least every couple times I ride, I'll just double check, because if those screws come loose, you may lose the parts. Or if you're riding, you don't want your heel strap just popping off. And I would say the biggest downside on the Malavitas is that last season, quite a few times, I would go to tighten my binding and click the ratchet down, and sometimes the ratchet wouldn't click and hold, it would click and then release. So it was difficult at times, I think on powder days mostly, ratcheting down my bindings, and sometimes it just wouldn't hold. So you'd have to try to do it 3 or 4 times to get it to click and stay. So that was a bit annoying. Also on the Malavitas with the ratchets, a few times my foot got stuck in the binding, so the ratchet wouldn't lift and wouldn't open up. So I did actually take it into the shop and got all the ratchets replaced, but the problem persisted, and I still had problems getting the ratchet to hold with the clicks, and a few times my foot did get stuck as well. Based on all those things, I would have to say that the Union Atlas are the superior binding. You know, both have really good features, but just the issues with the ratchets at the end of the season last year kind of has made me steer away from the Malavitas and has sort of made me favor the Unions, because the Unions have a lot of the same features. You know, they're very solid, high performance, a few little small, issues, but overall, I feel like it's the better binding. So that's my opinion, guys. Snowboard gear can be a hot topic, so let us know your opinion down below in the comments, which one you think is a better binding, or if there's another binding out there that is better than both of these, let us know. So thanks for watching, guys. Have fun with your riding, and I'll see you in the next video.